Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reviewing the Kidde KN-COEG-3 explosive gas alarm and carbon monoxide alarm. This alarm is designed to detect natural gas, propane, and of course carbon monoxide. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the alarm's design. This alarm runs 120 volt AC from an electrical outlet, and this alarm also has a 9 volt battery backup, so you will still be protected in the event of a power outage. The plastic on this alarm is very thick, which is always a good sign. This alarm has 3 different mounting options. You can either plug this in directly to the outlet, or use this little wire here and untie it. And you could use these little screw holes this unit is provided with, so you can mount it on the wall. Or you can use this little thing over here. This acts as a tabletop mount, so you can always mount this thing on the table. I do like the really bright red digital display that this alarm provides, because this alarm will immediately tell you what type of hazard it has detected. Whenever this alarm detects gas, it's going to say gas here on the display. If it ends up detecting carbon monoxide, this number will increase, ranging from 30 to 999. The higher the number, the deadlier the carbon monoxide is. And this alarm has 2 buttons over here, one being a test button, and this one being a peak level button. The peak level button is actually very nice, and I use it almost all the time. And when you press this down, this screen will tell you the highest level of carbon monoxide it has detected since when it was last reset or powered off. This peak level feature will range from 10 ppm to 999 ppm. If you want to reset the peak level on this alarm, just simply hold the peak level button and then push the reset button, and the peak level memory will reset. Something I don't particularly love about this alarm is that the battery replacement method is kind of inconvenient for an average person. However, it is actually more convenient than most alarms that Kidde has been releasing nowadays. To replace the battery on this alarm, unplug it from the wall, and then remove this little thing over here. You can either use your 2 thumbs or use your finger on that little screw hole to get that removed. And over here is your 9 volt battery. As you can see, it's on the connector. Just pop this battery from the connector by doing that. I'm not going to do that right now as this alarm is powered on. And then connect your new battery, and then just slip this on. Put the cover on, and then plug the unit right back in, and you're ready to go. Here is the unit itself running on AC power, and here's the alarm running on battery backup. As you can see, the 0 went away, and you now just have a red flashing dot to save power. However, the carbon monoxide reading will pop up every minute. Or if you want to get the carbon monoxide reading early, you can always press the peak level button to get the reading back. Whenever AC power is restored to the alarm, you'll see the 0 pop back up in just a moment. And there we go. AC power on this alarm has been restored. I do like that this alarm has technical specifications at the side, telling you if there is a carbon monoxide leak, a gas leak, an alarm malfunction, end of life, or low battery. Speaking of low battery, if this alarm is tripping for low battery, this unit, the display, will show LB. It will be flashing that along with the CO reading on this unit, and this unit will chirp every 15 seconds. In the event of an alarm malfunction, it's going to say ERR on the screen, and it'll chirp every 30 seconds. You can press the peak level during that mode so it'll tell you what's wrong. However, I recommend replacing the battery first, just in case if that was the problem. If the unit says end on here, then this unit has passed its 7-year lifespan and you must replace this alarm. Be sure to replace the alarm immediately, as it will no longer detect gas or CO in that condition. I do like that this alarm has a little replace by label at the side, so you'll know when to replace the alarm if it has not gone through the end of life sequence yet. Now let's go ahead and test the alarm. I am not going to be using real gas or carbon monoxide at the moment, as that's going to be way too dangerous to set up, especially inside a house, so I am not going to do that today. What I will be doing is by pushing the test button to show you how the alarm sounds like. Do note, it will say the gas reading on here during the test, and it will also simulate a carbon monoxide condition, meaning this 0 will change into like a random number. The most common random number on this alarm is within the 210s range. So do not be alarmed if you see a carbon monoxide reading during its test mode. So let's go ahead and test it. As you can see, this thing performed its test. The alarm operation was good, and this unit was insanely loud. And it did the fake readings efficiently, so the display works. Do not be alarmed if you see 88 on here. The alarm is just resetting, and it's going to go back to 0 in just a moment. And which it just did. It is now back into monitoring gas and carbon monoxide. Do note, whenever you replace the battery or installing this unit for the first time, this unit will chirp and the 888 reading will pop up. Do not be alarmed on that either, because that is just the startup phase. Here's the alarm actually plugged in, and I'm doing its thing. As you can see, it's showing to 0 all the time because it's receiving AC power. This has been a full review and test of the Kidde KN-COEG-3 explosive gas and carbon monoxide alarm. On a rating scale of 1 being the worst and 10 being the best alarm, I'm going to give this alarm an 8 out of 10. And this alarm is nice and all, but my only complaint about it is the battery replacement method, as it can be a little bit inconvenient for the homeowner, and the gas sensor not detecting so often if it's in battery backup mode. Those are literally my only complaints, but other than that, this unit performs very well, and I do recommend this unit for a home and small commercial settings, such as apartments and hotels. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this alarm, and if you will buy one, and if you want any other alarms to be reviewed, let me know in the comment section, and if I have that alarm in my collection, I will very gladly review it. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and that will be it, and I will see you again soon.